Good morning, everybody. It's Mystery Monday here at Pumpkin Hill Stampers. So it is June 29th, and our mystery case clues for today's and this week's challenge are to have a thinlit or framelit die with a cutout area and an edge. So I'm going to use the new Ornate Layers dies. So we've got an edge with a cutout center layer. I actually am pairing them with my rectangular stitched, so I can open up a window inside, so I'll show you that when I do the card. Then we need our card base, cardstock. I said 2 pieces of cardstock and a window sheet. So window sheet, anybody have a guess? So here's my window sheet. I used 1 piece of cardstock, which you'll see I've already die cut my frame and I die cut the center out of it. So what I'm left with is this, right? My framed edges. I am going to use a second piece of designer series paper instead of a second piece of cardstock, and then I have my card base. Okay, so those are the pieces I'm going to be using. We need dimensionals, we need liquid adhesive, you need a stamp set with sentiment, coordinating ink pad, and then some sort of filler. So I said sequins, small paper punches, or beads. So filler and window sheet are the 2 real clues to this week's challenge. So if you haven't figured it out already, we're going to make a shaker card. So it takes a little patience, but we can do it. And you're going to see it takes a little patience, but it's easy to do. So what I have done is I'm going to go ahead and adhere my pattern paper to the front of my card base. So this is just stepped in from all my edges. So that's a nice, simple layer. Like I said, I've already cut out my ornate frame, and then I used my rectangular stitched to open up a window inside that frame. So there's that. I'm going to take my window sheet, and once you know what size frame you're going to use, you're going to have to just cut a piece of window sheet to fill that space so that we can make it solid again. So what I've done is I've already cut mine down, and we're just going to use liquid glue and we're going to put that on the back. So let me do that real quick. So liquid glue is a little more forgiving because you can kind of move your sheet around a little bit. Now you can have window sheets that we sell, or if you have overhead projector paper, it's the same stuff. So you just need a clear piece so that we can seal up that frame. So I'm just going to press that down and adhere really well. Don't want there to be any gaps. Okay, so I'm going to let that dry for a minute. Then, while that's drying, I'm going to go ahead and stamp a sentiment. Now I have a piece of Whisper White that I've cut to go into that frame as well. All right, it's going to be the back of my shaker box. So I'm using the So Sentimental stamp set, and I'm going to stamp the Your Friendship is a Blessing, and I'm going to use the coordinating color of terracotta tile. So my whole thing's going to be done with the terracotta tile. So there's my sentiment. So we've got our frame, we've got our back piece. Okay, so now we just have to build the shaker box. Now I am going to use the long dimensional strips, but you could use the edge of a dimensional sheet, right? You could use that piece along the edge. So if you're going to make some shaker cards, you might want to save those edges for this type of work. So I'm just going to come in with my paper snips. And I needed about, I guess I needed about that long. So 2 of them need to be for the top and bottom. And I can trim these as I work if I need to. So I'm just going to put these along my edge of that window sheet. Put another one down here. Okay, just like dimensionals, they're just long. And if you find it's a little bit longer than you need it, you can just give it a little bit of a trim. Okay, now I need to cut some side pieces. So the same idea. Got one side I put down, and then the other. Now debating what you put in here, right? If you have sequins, that's fine. If you want to do tiny paper punches, you could do that. If you had little beads, you could do that. So any little filler you have to put into this little shaker, you could use. I'm going to use some of the woven threads sequins, just because it coordinates with the terracotta tile, so that'll be fine for what I'm doing. Okay, so now I've removed that adhesive backing, so this is now sticky. So now, because this is the same size, I just need to put it right down on top of there. Press that in, and now we have got a sealed pocket with our fun embellishment inside. See that? Okay, so now this, I'm just going to go ahead and add some adhesive to the back of it. And I'm going to stick that on the front of my card. Now you can put wherever you want to. I'm going to put mine kind of down here. But you can put it right in the middle if you want. And also depending on your shape and your size and what else you want to add to your card, you might have different placement. But there it is. There's our little shaker card. So I know it's a little more over the top than we're used to, but give it a try. You can certainly look on Pinterest for other shaker card ideas, and I'm going to be sharing shaker card ideas all week with you. So there's quite a few in the catalog this time go through, so I'll be sharing those, and I have a couple more that I've done myself that I'm going to share with you. So lots of inspiration this week. So I hope you have fun. Go ahead and play with making some shaker cards and share them with me, and I'll share them on the show and tell. All right, everybody, have fun and have a great week. Bye-bye.